In this video, we'll show you how you can easily replace the screen of your Samsung Galaxy A52 on your own. Replacing the screen of the A52 is the most complex repair, because all components have to be removed. Allow about 90 to 120 minutes for the repair. You will need the following tools. In addition, these tools can be helpful. You can find all tools for this repair and an original Samsung replacement screen in our online store at iDoc.eu. We've put the links in the info box. To avoid potential short circuits during the repair, you should turn off your Galaxy A52 first. To do so, press the side and volume down keys simultaneously for a few seconds. Remove the SIM tray by pressing into the small opening next to it with the SIM tool. Pull it completely out of the case frame and set it aside. The A52 is opened via the heavily glued plastic back cover. In order to open it, you first have to heat the glue of the back cover. To do so, run a hot air gun or a hairdryer evenly over the edge of the back cover for a few minutes. Please note that the specified IP certification expires as soon as you're opening your phone. Once the glue is sufficiently heated, you can apply a suction cup on the back cover. Then take a flat, stable tool. We can recommend the sharp-edged iFlex for removing the back cover. Insert it between the back cover and the screen unit while pulling the suction cup upwards. To avoid scratching anything with the iFlex, you should then switch to a flat plastic tool like the iPlastics as soon as possible. Use the tool to drive around the back cover and detach it step by step from the screen unit. We recommend inserting flat plastic picks along the back cover edge so that the already loosened areas don't rebond. Once the back cover is completely detached, you can take it off. On the inside of the back cover, you can clearly see the adhesive frame with which the back cover was attached. The next step is to unscrew the 10 Phillips screws from the board cover. To avoid losing the small screws, we recommend using a screw storage, such as a magnetic pad. Once the screws are loosened, you can lever the cover out of the case with the help of a spudger. A notch in the cover shows you where to place your tool best. Now disconnect the battery by carefully levering its connector off the motherboard. Since small parts on the board can quickly be damaged when levering, you should always apply the tool from a free side. The next step is to remove the speaker. First, unscrew the 6 Phillips screws that hold it in the screen unit. Then, lever the loosened speaker out with a spudger. Again, a notch helps you to place the tool. Disconnect the cable between the USB and motherboard by carefully prying off its 3 connectors. After that, the front camera can be removed. To do so, disconnect it and take it out of its guide. Carefully level off the 2 small metal plugs of both antenna cables with a pair of tweezers. Then pull the cables out of the guide and the case frame. Loosen the single Phillips screw that fixes the motherboard in the screen unit. You can then lever it out. Continue with the USB board. First, disconnect the fingerprint sensor. Then unscrew the single Phillips screw of the board and take it out of the device. Once the USB board is removed, carefully run a pair of tweezers underneath the slightly glued fingerprint sensor to release it from its guide. Also, the slightly glued vibration motor has to be removed and taken over. Use tweezers to release it from its guide as well. A small notch in the guide indicates where you can place your tool. Finally, the battery of the A52 can be removed. It is strongly glued over a large surface. To loosen it more easily, you should heat up the glue from the screen side beforehand. Then carefully lever the battery upwards with the battery spudger. Once there's a little gap, slide the plastics under the detached area to separate the battery. Work your way forward with a cutting motion. You will find an original replacement screen for your Samsung Galaxy A52 and the right tools for this repair in our online store at iDoc.eu. We've put the links in the info box. Prepare your replacement screen by removing all seals and protective films from the inside. You can leave the protective film on the screen glass until the end to prevent scratches. Start the reassembly by putting the battery back in place. Usually, the adhesive residue on the back of the battery is sufficient to securely reattach it. Press the vibration motor back into its guide. Then also the fingerprint sensor. When inserting the USB board, hold the sensor's flex cable aside to avoid squeezing it. Push the USB jack into the edge of the case so that the board sits level. Then fix the USB board again with a single Phillips screw and connect the fingerprint sensor by gently pressing its connector onto the board. It should audibly and noticeably snap into place. Be especially careful when attaching connectors and never press them down with force. A damaged connector can lead to the failure of an entire component. Now you can put the motherboard back in place. It is best to place it at a slight angle. Fix the board with a Phillips screw. Use a pair of tweezers to push the two antenna cables back into their guides in the edge of the case. Then carefully press the two metal plugs onto the motherboard. Now you can reinsert the front camera and connect it to the board as well. Then reattach the connection cable over the battery. Make sure the cable is aligned correctly by following the labels on the cable. Press the connectors on the USB and motherboard until you feel and hear them click into place. Put back the speaker over the USB board. There are small plastic lugs on its edge. These have to fit into the case frame so that the speaker sits level. You can then fix it with the 6 Phillips screws. Reconnect the battery by pressing its connector onto the motherboard. Now place the plastic cover over the motherboard. Like the speaker, it also has lugs that have to fit into the edge of the case frame. If the cover sits level, you can fix it with 10 Phillips screws. Before you glue and close your device again, you should test its functionality at this point. This way, you can be sure that your repair was successful. Press and hold an app and drag it across the replacement screen to check whether the touch responds everywhere. You should also check the function of the fingerprint sensor after the repair. Use the internal Samsung test menu or our checklist to test further basic functions. We link them to you in the info box. If something does not work properly, check again if all components are connected and screwed correctly. At the end of the repair, you still have to attach the back cover. If the adhesive frame is still in good condition, you can simply reuse it. Otherwise, you should attach a new one. First, heat it up so that it is easier to remove. Then pull it off the inside of the back cover with tweezers. Align the new adhesive frame with the back cover and remove the carrier film. Then carefully press the adhesive frame along the edge. You can use a spatula, for example, to help you do this. If the adhesive frame fits correctly, remove the transparent protective film in the middle, then also the green film directly above the adhesive frame. Position the back cover over the screen unit and press it firmly. To ensure that the adhesive bonds evenly everywhere, run the hot air device over the back cover once again. Afterwards, you can additionally weigh down your device for a few minutes. The last step is to insert the SIM tray. Make sure you insert it the right way around. You've made it! The screen of your A52 is now replaced. I hope your Galaxy A52 is now shining again. If this tutorial helped you, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next time! You can find high-quality tools, spare parts and accessories for your smartphone repair in our store. iDoc. Everything for your smartphone. Click here for more helpful videos.